Yes, hello and welcome back to the Football Terrace. It's me, it's your guy KJ, covering for Terry today as he's in Manchester and he's been having some meetings and talking to some people. So he's not been able to stream today. He might be on his way back home, but for now, for tonight, you have me and this wonderful panel for today's Six-Sided. We're joined by Kate, we're joined by Ram, Ash, and Anton will be back in a sec too. Also, we should be having Kunle join us as well, but you know with that man, sometimes he likes to turn up a bit late. But before we get into the guys talking, I just want to run through with you a couple of things. First of all, like the stream, like the show, because we need all the help we can get getting this out there for the people not watching right now. Make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace because the road to 500k is on, and we want to make it there. But you know what? By midway through next year, actually even before that, if we can get it before Christmas, that would be fantastic. But you know that's gonna be a hard task. But we want to get to the road to 500k. We're on it. We're almost there. So guys, help us out, please, by subscribing. If you're not subscribed already, turn on the bell notification as well, because people don't understand that YouTube, they don't push out things as much as they think. That's because people haven't got the bell notifications turned on their settings. So go on your phone, turn on notifications from YouTube, and you should be able to get that to know when we're going live. And today's show is Six-Sided. And what we got for you today, we've got some interesting topics for you today. We have got Manchester United and Amorim, a real return to earth, return to reality after being beat by 10 men Everton. A bit of a conversation about Man United and Ruben Amorim. You got Liverpool, who are going through the worst period they probably have been through in how many years? So we're going to be talking about that, and Arne Slot, should he still be there? It's a bit of Spurs chat and Thomas Frank. And then obviously we got some chat with Arsenal and Chelsea. Both teams looking like they are in top form coming up to this London derby on the weekend. So it's going to be really interesting out there in the weekend. It's going to be a good show, guys. How you all doing? I know for Ram and myself, and even Ash, she lost in the Champions League as well. We're not doing good, and Kate. So only person doing well is Anton, apparently.
What's it like losing in the Champions League? I actually have no idea.
Sad. That is so sad, Everyone is upset, barring Anton.
I'm not upset. I'm fine.
Kate's good because she knows what Spurs are, so she's
it's Spurs, edit. It's Spurs, edit. Yeah. She's already signed up for it, so
but the worst thing is we got slapped up by a flipping 36-year-old ex-Arsenal player as well. So it's like no matter where I go, I can't escape him.
Hey man, we got slapped by PSV.
Who did you up? Who did you up?
Marseille.
Aubameyang. Oh, yes.
Aubameyang. Flipping Nick Pope running out and screaming at him. But that was a madness, that.
Yeah. Not a great week for most people. Even Man City had a poor week, losing twice in a row.
That's getting
unspoken. That's amazing. Bad. Honestly, the best week of football ever. City lost twice. Liverpool lost twice. Man United lose to flipping 10-man Everton. Oh.
Yeah, the only other team that did well is Chelsea, and obviously we don't have a Chelsea rep today. Quest was supposed to come on, but he had something come up, so he wasn't able to come through. But I'm pretty sure he would have been smiling from ear to ear today, for sure. Definitely. Hope everyone in the chat is doing well. I see man like Twisted in the chat as well. Soldan, I see you. Man like Rob Always United. Luke Skywalker. The mods are out here today. Travelli, I gotta big up you guys in the comments there, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what, KJ? There is one thing that I will vindicate Quez for. I've always said I can never say too much in Esteban until he starts proving it. And week on, week out, he still seems to be doing stuff. So you got to give credit where credit's due, because that goal that he did was unbelievable.
Yeah, me and Quest try to tell you can just see it sometimes. You can just see it. The person that should be, you see how Anton's quiet on the Esteban stuff? I see him.
I've been reading. I'm not going to say anything because obviously we play them on the weekend, so I'm just trying to.
I said no.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I will assess my Esteban opinions on Monday.
Hey, fair enough, guys. Right, let's get straight into it. Right, so the first fact or fiction on the Six-Sided today is this: fact or fiction? Manchester United have just won 12 league games in 12 months under Ruben Amorim.
Wow, Ash, already.
Is that a real?
Already
Is that
started.
a real fact? Are you
That is a real fact.
Months?
That is a crazy stat, that though, isn't it?
Average on one league win a month, and there was actually a period where we could only win one league game in a month, and yeah, it's mad. So yeah, he's won 12 games in 12 months, and the system isn't working, and INEOS should sack him. Fact or fiction?
Who are you starting with?
A bit of both. I'll start. I think it's a bit of both. Like, the reason why I say it's a fact is not down to the fact that it's Amorim, his style of management, his tactics. It's the club planning. When you got the guy, there was no plan. There was a complete shift from what you'd been doing with your tactics, the way you played football with Eric Ten Hag. Go from a Ten Hag style of play to Ruben Amorim is a complete change. And Ruben Amorim is a guy that has spoken very openly about his tactics, how he uses three at the back, the way that he uses his wing backs, and the way that he only has two players in that pivot in the middle of the park is very, very different to what Eric Ten Hag wanted his style of players to do, and his style of play even when he was at Ajax. The planning from INEOS, the planning from the actual football club and the hierarchy has been non-existent. So it's not working, not because of Amorim. It's because the players that you've got and the club structure and the club planning of this whole situation was at the time reactionary and very much like we just got to reset and see what we can do. So if you're telling me that this squad going in with a manager like Amorim was going to get results straight off the back, or even getting good results in the next 3 to 4 months, it was never going to happen. The only time you'll see results is probably this season, and you have seen some good results. Like, you have seen some good results this season, but last season it was going to be a car crash. Like, you weren't going to see much. You'll see glimpses of performances like you saw against Man City, but the results were going to come in this season. So it's on INEOS rather than anybody else. So that's why I say it's a bit of both.
Yeah, but Kate, should he be sacked though? Because 12 wins in 12 months is pretty bad. It is pretty bad.
Look, it is bad. It is really bad. But I just don't know I can't see how sacking Amorim is going to sort anything out. I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I listened to Terry and he says, even if we sack him and bring someone else in, I haven't got faith in the next one because, INEOS aren't great. Rinse and repeat clearly isn't working. You've sacked so many managers. But I don't think there's a quick fix for Manchester United. I mean, I remember coming on the terrace on the night after Amorim was appointed, and I said, alarm bells should be ringing for Manchester United fans because this guy has said he will not change his system, exactly what Postecoglou said, and that should ring alarm bells. And everyone laughed at me. And do you know what? That's what's proven to be this guy's downfall. He needs to tweak his system. There's no doubt about it. I just personally don't think sacking Amorim is going to really change that much. You might get a new manager bounce possibly, but I just think there's something really rotten at the core of Manchester United. So look, I don't see INEOS going anywhere anytime soon, but I mean, your stadium's falling down. It's just a bit of a shit house at the minute.
To be fair, that was before INEOS came. So like,
you can't
really.
This one, I mean, I don't think there's a quick fix. So I think you stick with him for now. I don't see who you're going to bring in. That's what I think. I mean, I hope he signs a lifetime contract the way he's going. But yeah, I think Man United will stick with him for now, at least till the end of the season. But we'll see.
This is the thing. So I'm going to ask Ash and Anton a question. So I think we can agree that maybe sacking him right now wouldn't be the best thing to do, just in general, because everything's all over the place anyway. So why add more to it, right? But long term, is this a guy that you can really invest in, like, properly? Because if you're a new manager and you're getting 12 wins in a year, and you're not you're not getting relegated, cool, but that is relegation form if you just take his period from when he started till now.
Yeah, but obviously you've got to take into the fact that when he took over, the style of system, like what Kate said, he always does this, like say 5 at the back. He always has like win backs and stuff. It needs time to implement that. Obviously, the first half of the season that he was at yours, he had absolute stinkers, didn't get back-to-back wins. This season, like you can see, he's done like what 5 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses since then. So obviously, it's improved. It'll still carry on improve when he carries on buying players. But my biggest worry is by the time he gets to the end of this summer or whatever, and then he starts investing more, get some more players in. They're going to be adapting to his system. So if say INEOS or whatever gets a new manager in and wants to go more like a 4 at the back, the players are going to be used to playing this 5 wing back system that he's going to be starting to get them in. So then you're going to be in this transitional phase again, where you're going to have to transition the players from being wing back roles to a more traditional, like say 4 at the back or something. So I can see Amorim being in the job for a couple more years, and I do see him improving. To be honest, he like this year, like you've got to think, right, the Mbeumo Ahmed partnership. If he carries on and improving that, say if you then get 2 midfielders, the likes of say Baliba, Elliot Anderson, or something like that, it'll free up the likes of Bruno to be pushing more forward. You'll have a much more free-flowing team. You guys are still in a transitional phase. When you have the likes of like Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire and stuff playing for your team, there's no paint or anything that you can cover up the cracks of that. They need to be gone. It's still, like I said, it's going to be another year before I think you're going to see some real change. And I think you guys are starting to show some good things. We just take some good signings like Mbeumo. He's doing really well. So I think it's don't jump before it's too early. I think he's not as bad as what I was thinking he's going to be doing this season so far. And plus, you got to compare him to the likes of Slot, flipping egg. Listen, right?
Don't do that. We'll move on to Liverpool.
Why are we bringing Liverpool into this right off the bat? Can we just talk about United first? Then
we'll get to Liverpool in a second. But Anton, do you see anything worth long-term investment over?
I mean, the question is like it's like Man United is such a weird conundrum because I remember before you had Amorim, I thought that Ten Hag was actually worse towards the back end of his reign. Like I again, as Kate said, I think there's no quick fix. I think every panelist here has sort of made a great point. What I would do, honestly, it sounds harsh, but I would just blow up the playing squad. Like, if you're going to start with a new manager, I would start with a new squad completely and just blow it up because something is wrong. Like, I would just literally go through the team. Like, it's kind of like a garage sale. Like, who can we sell? Who do we think is worth keeping? And maybe I would keep a handful of the players, like maybe some of the newer ones, some of the younger ones, and the rest of them I would just get rid. Harry Maguire, out. Casemiro, out. Bruno, probably gone as well. Get rid of
Harry.
Yeah, Harry Maguire, of course. Like, you can't. Why are we hanging on to an old Harry Maguire? Why, like, Dalot, out. Like, just you get him. Like,
Maguire's coming up to 32, 33. So
yeah, like I would.
Is he?
Like Luke Shaw. Get rid of Luke Shaw. Get rid of Lissandro Martinez. Get rid of Patrick not Dorgu. Get rid of Malacia.
Malacia.
Was he ever there in the first place?
Yeah, that guy. I haven't seen him.
Man, literally, he was on the bench on the Monday, and I don't understand why. I was like, he's not even gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
But there's like at Arsenal when we started under Arteta, we had so much dead wood at our football club, and that was dead wood that was carried on from Wenger, carried on from Emery, and it became like this like weird mutation of players who wanted to play in different ways or different managers, and we just had to over time get rid of them to the point where now we've got a team full of players who there's not one player who I feel uncomfortable going out there on the pitch at all. And that's the problem with Man United. There's so many players on Man United at the moment who, I mean, you don't have confidence have them going out. And so I just think the whole thing is broken. Like at some point you just got to let go, start from the ground up. And that's whether you're keeping Amorim or not, I think that's what you got to do first. And if you're going to sack Amorim and bringing in a new manager, make sure that's somebody who you really, really want to invest in and blow it up and start from zero.
Yeah, the one
That's
thing
what
I
I'd
will say in Amorim's defense is that he doesn't have the squad that people think it is. Like when I hear United fans saying we've got a top 4 squad, I don't think we do. Like we really don't. Like the people say, oh yeah, but you got Casemiro and Bruno and all these players. And it's like, but let's be honest, they've been underperforming for the next part of 2 years now. Like Casemiro is old. Aaron Maguire is injury prone and only really good for last minute winners. But on the pitch, defending, if we have a high line, if we have possession, he looks poor. When we're defending with our backs against the wall, he looks all right. Luke Shaw's just been here way too long. I love Lissandro Martinez, but he's injury prone. Bruno is being forced to play in the midfield too, where we can clearly see he's not comfortable. You clearly see that's not his best position, but yet the manager persists with that. So he's also now being a waste of space, because what's the point of him being there if he's not going to be doing the things that he's supposed to be good at? So yeah, we're in a position where I don't see this working long term anyway. You could get me the best players in each of those positions, put it up against Arsenal's team, put against a prime Man City, put against a prime Liverpool. I still don't see us being a great team. That's why I'm like, long term, I don't think Amorim will be it. But right now, I don't see any point of sacking him. He will sack himself over time anyway, but there's no point of sacking him now because you've invested so much. Let's see how the season goes, but I'm not expecting anything crazy, you know. So we do need a better squad, and Amorim needs to find a solution. But here we go. We'll just have to see. Honestly, I'm just that broken about it.
You don't care at this point. You're like, I'll just like delete the club. Just
Yeah,
delete
look,
the club.
I started. I remember a couple of years ago, I started to fold the club as a hashtag, because kind of like at this point, I'd rather just end it all than just allow the foolishness to continue. Then we got INEOS, so then I've allowed to give it time. But yeah, folding the club should be a legit option. We got some comments here, and I'm gonna go through them. So Z says, one bad game versus Everton, all of a sudden toxic Man United fans are out again. Aren't we meant to lose games? Yes, I understand that, but it wasn't like we lost the game.
It was a bad loss.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we were.
It was a bad loss.
Peppering them and they played well.
10 men at home.
10
That
men.
same is only true if Man United have had a long, sustainable period of success.
Well, the thing is, they have done
If you
better.
won like
They
10
got-
games in a row and then lost one
Well,
game to Everton, then that's
I'd say that, but they
valid.
did just get like
Otherwise-
three wins in a row. Like they were in.
Yeah,
good
No, but
shape.
this is the thing.
Then
The last minute
so
equalizer.
let me give you the timeline.
Yeah.
It was 3 wins in a row, which is cool. Then
Yeah.
followed by 2 draws that you could
Yeah.
say weren't great performances either, but we managed to get the draw. Now this one, on top of that, was just you get to 10 minutes, you're playing as 10 minutes. Now it's not 10 minutes like the last 10 minutes of the game where they're defending for their lives, and sometimes that happens. It was 75 minutes worth of 10 men, and you can't score 1 goal. It's like, yeah, it just wasn't.
No, but you know what, KJ?
is-
Like what you are going through right now is, you know, that period where Arsenal finishing 8th and 8th. That period where we will go to the weekend not knowing what is going to happen. Literally, what is gonna? We don't know who's gonna show up, what type of team. If we're gonna get back-to-back wins, are we gonna get an embarrassing loss? Are we gonna get a good win against the top side? We don't know what's going on. The issue, like you're paying from past problems right now. I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You may as well allow Amorim to get to the end of the season with whatever he's trying to do there, because I still haven't properly figured it out, and I don't know if any Man U fan can actually explain to me what's going on in their team. But just I think Anton was saying, they need to regroup. I don't know what's going on with your youth system, because you need to be able to draw some players from there.
No, we've got players.
Are you sure? The reason why I'm asking is because that's why it's important to gut out this team, bred in some youth players that understand the quote-unquote Manchester United way, pick who you want to be your leadership core, and then keep pushing from there. But I don't know.
You need to do like something like Chelsea and go super young. and just try something out of the box.
Something,
I wouldn't take that one out of
Yeah.
context. What you just said
No,
there.
Yeah, that could backfire bad.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we have youth players. One of the Amorim's biggest problems right now is like he's not trusting the youth. We had Shea Lacey on the bench, who's one of our best academy products, and he didn't get a sniff in a game where it's 10 men. You got nothing to lose. Go for it. You're already losing anyway. Didn't come on. Chido Obi's been
It's
frozen
not
out.
that they're not good enough.
Aiden-
They actually are good enough.
Yeah, no, I believe they are, but we'll never know if they're good enough or not because you don't even give them a chance. We've got Kobe Mainu, who everyone here will happily say is good enough to be playing football, and he ain't even playing.
Yeah,
So
I
imagine the guys underneath him.
As a backup to
I would
Declan Rice,
love-
I'd say Kobe Manu.
I would love Amorim to come out and explain why Kobe Mainu doesn't get time because I think
No, he
everyone
has.
no, but I'm saying like
What
to
was the
see
reason?
He doesn't fit what
The
he
reason,
wants.
the reason is he just doesn't fit. He doesn't. So with Kobe, he doesn't. He's not the quickest, and he's not like a workhorse where he's just going to run around and win the ball back. That's not his game. But that's what Amorim wants him to. That's what Amorim wants him to do essentially. And he doesn't fit that, unfortunately. He's a guy that if you have a high position team, Kobe's going to thrive because he's good at one of those 1-2s. He's good at dribbling, beating a man, and laying off to a teammate, getting into smart positions, close quarters dribbling. He's good at all of that. But when you tell him to cover 40 yards of midfield, like
The
by
Hendo
yourself,
roll.
sometimes you got to stop the counter attack. You got to. It's not happening. That's not his game, and unfortunately, that is the reason why he doesn't play as much. And
That's
know you
where
can
I
say-
disagree with him. That's why I disagree with
Yeah.
Amorim because, for example, Klopp had Trent. He knew how good Trent was, and he was like, "I need to get this guy on the team."
yeah,
he's
you
gonna
have to
be a
play
massive
around their
asset."
strengths,
So
don't you?
That's why Klopp was like, "Okay, cool. We have to build a midfield that can hide his deficiencies defensively." And that's what I think Amorim should be doing. If you've got a player like Kobe Mainu who's great at what he does and it could be a massive asset to your team, you should find a way to get him into that team. Find a way to hide the deficiencies so that you can get the best out of him. That's
All I'm
my
saying is,
opinion.
when you've got a kid who won you an FA Cup, got man of the match in the FA Cup final, he went to the Euros with England and got all the way to the final with them as well. And it wasn't like he's just a bench player; he was starting games. You telling me that's not good enough for mid? I'm not going to get started. I've got some super chats to go into. Amorim is a chaos baller coach. Even at sporting games with end-to-end basketball stuff, I haven't seen us control a game of football. That is true, but to be fair, we haven't controlled a game of football in years because our midfield cannot control games. We haven't bought a Adam Wharton style controlling midfielder for years, so we can just forget that. Like Zubimendi would be excellent because he can control games. I rate that signing by Arsenal, right? Top signing. Amorim had the chance to start Bruno in the 10 against Everton with Sesko out as for sure, and Maguire. Amorim picks them.
Yeah.
But to be fair, more time with Luke Shaw playing because that's because Lissandro is not playing. Like when Lissandro was fit, Shaw wasn't playing, and with Maguire, he comes in and out for certain instances, certain games. So those two are there because of circumstance. But again, you could argue the fact that they're an option is more of a problem than him picking him because why are they still here? You know, that's not his job to sell.
And it's the issue is, or my problem with all of this stuff is, it all boils down to the same thing that you guys just don't have the right players and need time. Because it was like Bruno said, like I said to you before the previous game, he was asked about starting as a number 10 because he does it for Portugal. Why doesn't he do it for Man United? And obviously he basically just said because of the different players that he has the ability to be a number 10 for Portugal, where he doesn't have that for Man United. So I think just that itself tells a lot. It says a lot to why he's not in that position.
Yeah,
They,
so
they need to sell him then. They need to sell Bruno.
The midfield structure is all wrong.
Yeah,
the
no,
team needs to move beyond Bruno. If this the
No, we
fact
do.
that your best player can't play in his best position, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And when you look at Portugal, they have Vitinho and João Neves. And if they don't have those two, they'll have
you're sorted.
Ruben. They'll have Ruben Neves on the bench, or like some other midfielders that can. It's sad. It is peak for him. I do understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, Ruben has a choice to try and
The
make
other thing
things
is,
better for
do
him
you
at
guys
the
have
end
the
of
right center backs to be playing through the back? Like, I feel like personnel wise, I don't think he's.
They just don't have the right centre backs in general.
No,
Yeah.
I think the
But that's that drives even further. So you don't even have good enough center back to play a back four, and now you're trying to play
That's
more
not
of them
true.
in a back three.
That's not true.
No, I
Lenny
mean, it's
Yoro,
going by Ash's logic.
yeah, but
So,
Lenny Yoro
like-
went broke through playing a back four.
No,
Matthias Delort.
Hey,
actually
their squad is better suited to be playing a back four than a back three, bro.
No,
Yeah.
we can be honest with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Masvari and Delo are
Mhm.
definitely fullbacks.
But your
Dorgu
manager's
is
just too
definitely
stubborn
fullback.
to be flexible with his tactics. for
Exactly.
some weird reason, man.
But that's the whole thing of why I said.
And then he's not making his tactics work. So it's the most bonkers thing going on at
Yeah.
United. I don't get it. I love it though. I love to watch it, but I don't get it.
One rule from John James says one rule for United, caveats for everyone else. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, John. So if you can elaborate on that, that'd be great. What is different for everyone else compared to Man United? I would like to know. All right, guys, moving on from this subject because my pain, my heart can't take it no more, man. I literally watch United do a match reaction and block them out of my mind for the rest of the week. That's the one good thing about playing one game a week. They're going to disappoint me once a week. But yes, guys, hope you're all doing well. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe to the Football Terrace. We have a super chat that I'm going to save for the Arsenal section because it'll be a good.
Do you know
it'll
what?
be a
I
good-
do envy you in that way, KJ. That you get like, say you could have a week where you just be happy. It was like we smashed Man City the other day, and then we lose to Marseille. It's like we immediately
bro.
go
You're
up and
playing
down
in the
a roller
Champions
coaster
League.
like
What we
this.
do?
Nah, you're playing Champions League, bro. I would rather be disappointed in Champions League. than-
Forget about the Marseille thing. Still, you should celebrate the Man City win because that was amazing.
It's a roller coaster up and down it.
Yeah, but that's. But the thing is, at least there's a roller coaster of highs and lows. We're just in lows. It's just peak.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna move on to Liverpool. Liverpool. So here we go.
Really?
The question is this.
Oh,
Here we go. Ram, my boy. Liverpool are. Let me start this again because I have to do it right. Fact or fiction? You always have to put that in there for the show. Liverpool are showing shockingly low standards by keeping Arne Slot and is killing their season at every level. Is Liverpool's position on Arne Slot a sign of low standards, especially considering you did just win the Premier League last season? And you know what people are like with the standards now. Standards FC, lots of people in it right now.
Yeah.
Is it low standards keeping him?
Low standards. I don't know if that's the right word. I think it's more fear of what of the unknown. If we take him out of the team, even then, is it killing our season at every level? 100% is. It's our worst ever form since 1953, and like Terry said, even his dad weren't even born then. Even my dad weren't even born then. I don't think it's bad. It's very, very bad. Even before Bill Shankly was our manager, this is our worst ever form. 9 losses in 12 games. It's crazy. Yeah, I would say it's again, I'm going to sit on that fence. It's both fact and fiction. I think the low standards bit I don't think it's correct. I think it's more fear of the unknown and just faith in the manager because he delivered that Premier League title in their opinion. Do I believe in it personally? No. I think the way that we played last season is gone from a completely direction this season. Like I said about INEOS, right? I talked about Eric Ten Hag's style of football to Ruben Amorim's. Arne Slot's just gone full 180 with this style of football. And yes, we got wins at the start of the season, mainly down to individual moments of brilliance. But at the end of the day, it would never ever be sustainable. Liverpool fans hold on to the fact of at some point it will click. At some point it will click. Well, we're in December and it hasn't clicked at all, and it's getting worse by the minute. We have lost 3-0, 3-0, and 4-1 in the last 3 games, which is inexcusable. And one of those defeats was against PSV, which I guarantee you, all the other teams on this panel that we support, they would probably beat them at home. Even Man United would beat them at home.
We beat them 7-1 last year.
I'm not sure about that, to be fair.
No, KJ, you will. KJ, you would. KJ, you would.
I don't know.
I mean, we played them last season and lost because there's a dead rubber and no one really cared because we still got first place in the end. But at the end of the day, we're 12th in the league with a record of 606. Big up BBC Radio 5 Live. And we've got a record of 13th in the Champions League, which is incredibly disgraceful.
Incredibly
If-
consistent. Consistency is key.
Well, consistent, because I don't want you to say consistent because we don't even get draws, Terry. We just get a win or a loss. So at least we either win or lose. So if you're gonna put a bet down, it's either a win or loss for Liverpool. Don't put a draw. I guarantee you that for a fact. But at the end of the day, I've said my opinions about the manager. I don't think he can take us any further. I think he's lost the dressing room, and I think that the players are devoid of any
dare you.
confidence at the moment. So
Yeah,
that's my
couldn't they
opinion.
chat to him? Is it?
Hey,
Is it
do
low
you know what?
standards?
Watching stuff like this, KJ, is making me sick, man. Because
Oh, here we go.
I do not want to lose faith in the Liverpool faithful. I do not want to lose faith in them. The family club, you'll never walk alone. All these things, like,
Speaking.
as in, I was starting to get some issues with them after how they treated man like Trent. Big up Trent, by the way. And now, so
God,
close after, they're ready to jump ship on someone that's giving them that number 20 that they raised so high. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the same, KJ, this is the same guy that had a lot of them started the season saying, we're going to win it all. Like, look, you can't back a man like that and then try and dump him.
That's your way.
Like, just because,
Kunle, did you not listen to what I said? Did you not listen to what I said at the start?
Bro, you just said the last
1953.
I said that I heard the last thing you said. You said that he's not the guy for you, and that's disrespectful.
Did you hear what I said up before that?
I don't know.
Forget about all that. I got
No,
you
you can't
number
forget.
20.
Wait,
Kunle,
this is what you said.
guy?
Forget about the reasons why you want him gone, but you want him gone. That's crazy.
Kunle, do you think he's the right guy?
Okay, Ram. Let's say if your dad got you a car last year and then he can't afford Christmas dinner at Christmas, are you gonna kick him out? No. No, you're gonna remember the good times.
Kunle, if my dad,
but you get what I'm saying here.
if my dad beat the crap out of me and then slept with somebody else, then maybe yes.
Calm down.
Huh?
I didn't interrupt you when you were talking. Calm down. Relax.
Yeah,
I'm just expressing myself. I'm just getting some things off my chest because I'm offended. This is how has this guy not earned the right to at least see it through to the end of the season? Because look, we all watched Pep turn it around, ended up getting a Champions League place last season after going on a crazy run.
FA Cup final as well. Let's not forget that.
2 wins in 12 or something crazy like that. Yeah, and these times I was already out of the Champions League. These times you lot are still in the Champions League. FA Cup is coming up as well, so there's a lot of things still to play for.
What do you mean they're still in the Champions League? They can't have been knocked out of it yet.
No,
Everyone's still in the Champions League.
Can I tell you who our next games are?
Yes,
We've got
yes,
Inter away, we've got Marseille away, and we've got Karabag at home.
Carabag,
Forget about the car. I'm talking about Inter and Marseille away.
After what Karabag did to Chelsea, I don't
No,
know.
If it's at home,
at home though.
I hear it.
From home.
But KJ, you forgot about Inter away. Inter away and Marseille away.
Listen, we know
Inter, you know them, man.
I can't believe I'm being gaslit right now. I swear.
It's
crazy,
bro. Ram, what you're saying is 100% true, though.
You're trying to gaslight me, Ram. That's what's going on here.
I think what people are doing is that they're really over egging Arne Slot. Like at the end of the day, we have to really do realize he makes slight tweaks to the Klopp squad, which. Of course, the Premier League that he won was great.
Give him credit,
but this season, you have to remember every single person. I can tell you right now, every single person on here, every single game Liverpool was winning, they were getting last-minute winners before this massive loss, before these losses that they've had, and everyone was like, they can't keep this up. We could all see the bad things that was coming, and then obviously it was only a matter of time before it snapped, and they've.
Crazy
everyone could see it happening.
We didn't think it'd be this bad. Like
I don't know.
I don't think
anybody
could say that.
And do you know what? As the
no
manager,
one can tell me that these managers don't watch the Football Terrace. By the way, nobody can tell me because what the Terrace got in Slot's head, he was like, "Oh, this is Klopp's team."
You can take these boys later.
It's my team. It's my team, not Klopp's team. I'll show them. So he spent a hell of a lot of money.
Hang on, Kunle saying that's on the manager because he's putting his own arrogance above the club and above the players.
But you will
Hey,
never
listen,
walk
we got-
alone.
we got-
Oh,
we
Someone
you'll
to
will
never,
take
take
you'll
you.
down.
never walk. No,
Don't leave him outside
exactly.
to
You
dry.
just said it. You just said it right there. You just proved my point. He's putting
What?
his own arrogance above the club and above the
Yes,
best.
but
of
as
the
I
players
said,
and
I
the club.
followed up with you will never walk alone. You can't leave him outside now. He was
Man,
with
I
you
didn't think-
through
I didn't
thick
think
and
he
thin
was
last
with
season.
right now.
So when
So he made a
when
little bit of a brain fart this season, and we want to throw him under the bus completely.
brain fart. This
Nah,
has been about this for like
you're
12
gaslighting
games,
me,
bro.
bruv. You're gaslighting me, bro. Don't do this.
No,
bro.
I'm not. How am I
Ram,
gaslighting?
Ram, who would
Looking
you
at the
want?
performance yesterday, only Dominic Soboslai was the only guy playing for the team, playing for the manager. That's it. That's what I say. I think he's
Who
off
would
the
you
dressing
want?
room.
Who would you want?
Wait, wait. Before we go to something like that, because that's a long question that leads into foolishness. Kate, is it low standards? That's what I want to know. Is it low standards from Liverpool to keep him?
Low standards.
I think it's fiction completely. And I think, you know what, right? Jim always says to me, never give it in football because it can all turn around so quickly. You know, Arsenal have had their share of being called bottlers and now it's turned and they're on the top. Liverpool fans are one of the most smug fan bases. They deserve this. This is exactly what Hassan deserves. Ram, not so much you, but Tom Little sitting
No,
there
Ram,
doing it large. This is what they deserve. And you know what? Liverpool are far too entitled. They, you know, their club, Klopp's left. Their club have got aging players like Van Dijk, who obviously thought he was playing basketball last night, like Mo Salah, who just, I don't even know what the Mo Salah of old, where he's gone. They've fallen off a cliff, but Liverpool won the league last year. He deserves the right, Arne Slot, to finish this season. And the disrespect he's getting from your fans is an absolute disgrace.
Speak on it, Kate.
And can I just say one more thing, Ram? You're saying he's putting his arrogance above the team. I didn't see you, Hassan, or anyone else crying when you were signing Bert, saying, "Oh, we shouldn't be signing him. He's being arrogant." You were all like, "Oh, just give us the league. Just give us the league." Just saying.
Well, if you sign a world-class talent, and let's be honest, Arne Slot wanted the player because he was the one that had conversations with the guy, being like, "I'm going to play in the 10. I'm going to get Ekitike and Isak. It's all going to work out well for him."
Give him time to get it right.
I've given. It's now December. Stop it. We're going into December. That's more than enough time, bro.
You're right. There's a comment here. There's a comment here that I need you to address. So he goes, it's not standards. These Liverpool players aren't used to criticism. They head down and wanted to play. Is the criticism getting to them? Is it the players, my friend? Are the players just not getting used to this? The fact that they are rubbish in this moment in time and getting pelters.
I like I said on yesterday. I think it was yesterday. The Champions League was yesterday. These players don't. They don't get away with all this stuff because the performance yesterday, you shouldn't be losing 4-1 against PSV. Like, it's disgraceful what they're doing. The likes of Van Dijk, you're meant to be the leader, but you're not showing any form of leadership at this very moment in time. Even the likes of Gravenberch is now starting to perform poorly. Everyone borrowing Soboslai is really putting in a shift. It's Soboslai. I saw that guy run past 7 players to go and defend his own penalty area. You can't tell me there's no desire. And that's where I give a lot of criticism to the players. However, it's also the job of the manager to re-galvanize these players, rejuvenate them. You know, you talk about Ferguson. Yeah, Ferguson was a great manager in terms of man management. He would get the best out of players. Even when things were going wrong, he would do something about it. These players have been through a lot of hardship, both on and off the pitch. We had a 6 game home losing streak. Some of these players were going through that period as well. So it's not different to what they are. It's not different from what they're doing. But when it comes to patterns of play, when it comes to the management of some of the team sheets that I'm seeing, it's just like it's not good enough. And for me, I think a top manager can be able to rejuvenate and re-galvanize this team. And right now we're in the dumps.
But this is the thing. Wasn't Slot a top manager last season? Because that's what everyone was saying, right?
Ask him again, KJ. Ask him again, please.
And one of the things, Conley mentioned it, I think Kate might have mentioned it before, is like Liverpool fans have this whole thing about them not being like any other fan base, not being the ones to turn Again, you'll never walk alone. We would never turn on our manager when it goes through hard times. Bro, it took like 4 games before I saw Slot out. And I was just like,
So what about the
finally,
treatment of certain players then in the team?
The mask is
What, Trent?
Don't do no.
Oh.
Does he play for Liverpool now? Does he do
about
play?
that.
Does he do?
Do you want to talk about that?
Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that, Ash?
Hey.
Because I have a whole list of stuff that I could talk about in regards to
Hey, you
Trent,
can talk. You talk about Isaac.
Hey,
Hey,
try
listen,
us, man. Try us. Throw them out there, see what sticks.
that rat can flipping live with you lot, and we've got 130 mil to spend, so that's more than fine.
Hey, bruv, you're not skipping anything. You spend it poorly. All your money is on the bench or injured, bruv. So you can, sit down into your chair.
Listen, Voltemader's chilling, bro. Voltemader's been the best.
But the
Best
thing is,
international
right,
signing.
if you see that some of your players aren't playing well, and you have the likes of Joe Gomez who hasn't seen a minute since that Arsenal game, then I'm like, what are you really doing? Are you just going to play them through that bad form? Federico Chiesa, like we talked about how good this guy's been off the bench, how many times he's come on and saved Liverpool with his last minute winners and last.
I don't think he'd be that good as a starter, though. To be honest.
No, but we started him in certain games and he's played well, but he's warranted.
I think this is a fantasy. I think guys are
no, but Anton, if a player is performing and has earned the right to play when other players are playing in bad form, i.e., the likes of Gakpo, surely he deserves to start at least a game, just to see if he's able to do it. We haven't even been able to start and see what he's about, bro. Like this is what I'm talking about.
You know what's interesting though? Right now, watching, because none of this makes sense to me. Like the whole Liverpool, it's like somebody's got a voodoo doll and he's just screwing with you. Some higher power is screwing with you. Because right now, the players that you bought, the way you guys played last year, the way your manager had you guys set up last year, like what I'm seeing right now is just like, I'm perplexed. I knew you guys weren't going to be good enough to win the title. I was the guy banging the table saying, I just don't know if you guys are going to be able to do it again. I just don't, but I didn't think it'd get this bad. And at this point, this is bad. What
I would say is this, sorry to cut you off, but I think what you're wondering in terms of what's going on is like, you look at the players that he's bought, right? And you can't, this is where I won't defend Slot, because what he's asking some of these players to do don't make no sense. Because who told him to make Kirkus invert? No. That one's criminal. Like, who told him that?
Connor invert Bradley.
Kirkus, and like he was doing that at Bournemouth.
I think everyone can say that just doesn't make sense.
In his defense, when he was doing up, let's make Gravenberch DM last season.
He's not playing as a DM. He's not a DM no more.
But look,
he's not a DM no more.
At the start of the season,
you know what? The manager's giving me license to go forward. So there goes your argument, because you're no longer playing as a proper DM anymore.
Make changes.
That's what you just said just now is what makes the least amount of sense. You had a formula that was working. Why are you changing the formula?
He's gone.
That's such arrogance.
He's gone through like a little midlife crisis, ego battle.
He's Galaxy. He's doing a pep. He's just Galaxy.
Like one thing I'll tell you, when he first walked in, when the manager at the back end of Klopp, I just felt like the way you guys were playing, like the way you guys are playing, you guys were tiring yourselves out. You guys didn't leave any gas in the tank. It was way too up and down. And when Slot came in, all of a sudden you guys looked control. You looked a little bit like an Arteta side to a certain extent. Like you were trying to be more controlling. You were slowing the games down. No, it was well structured, and that I believe is what Slot brought in to that Klopp team that made you guys title winners. It was more sustainable. You guys had everything that was like well structured. And all of a sudden he's like, "No, bin that. I want to play some mystical attacking football. I'm going to make all of my signings be attacking signings. I have all of center back areas. I didn't invest in that."
Anton, all of what you're saying is what Arne Slot wants to play as a manager. That's his style of football. He said it himself. This is the style of football that he wants to see his team play. Last year was something that he managed what he had. He said, "Okay, I saw what." This is what he wants his team to to play
Well,
football.
then he has an identity crisis.
Yeah, but
Because-
you've
It's
also
not
got to
identity
remember.
crisis. This is
He found himself the most success in his entire life doing what is not him.
This is
Then
what he said. This is what the manager said. He's come out in his press conference and said,
Aye, but
this is how I want to see my team play football. I understand why Kunle's saying it, because he doesn't want Liverpool to go and challenge him. So I want it.
bro, why would you
So it is
accuse
what
me
it
of
is,
such
bro.
things?
Bro,
Why
I
would
know
you-
your game.
No,
Kunle,
no,
I know
look,
your
look,
game.
Why
I
you like
know
this?
your game.
Ram. Have you ever thought? Have you had this thought last night, Ram?
No.
That last night PSV come to Anfield, finally reminded Slot what it's like to be back home again. So he might get back into his, back into his, back into
Took
his
a load
groove.
of bull crap. I swear to God.
Back
Hey,
into
I
his groove.
swear.
He
What
felt that
the
home
hell are
pain
you
again,
talking
back
about?
into his groove. You might go on a
Kunle,
5-game
Kunle,
winning
calm
streak
down.
now.
Calm down. You don't get Ram angry. You
My
don't
question
get
is,
Ram. You don't get Ram angry.
where are all
Calm
the
down.
support for Klopp in the Kop end? Like, I need like a big banner in Slot we trust. Like, get behind him. That's what I thought Liverpool was about.
Why? So
Yeah.
Sing his song throughout the whole
But
game.
you know what? Yeah, no, it is.
yeah, the fans leave it.
At the moment,
75
instead, you guys are all
minutes, man.
turning on
It
him.
just goes to show that all fans are basically the same. When you
Yes.
win games, you will happily defend, support, and do all of that. When you're losing games, it goes out the window because you just want to win. So no one can chat to me about this fan base being different to that and the third. You're all the same. We're all the same. You know what I'm saying? We're all the same. All right, listen, we got any comments here before we move on? Because I like talking to you guys. You guys have got some good comments.
Oh,
in
the
here.
biggest winner on this panel from Liverpool right now is Ash, because he walked away with 130 million.
He's not a Liverpool
Pounds.
fan.
Like,
No.
like
I'm
I
talking
said,
about from this situation. Ashes
They-
must be brimming
they
from ear
spent
to ear
130
because they got
million.
130 million from you guys he has put zero on the table for Liverpool.
I will say that I would love to understand more than anything how you guys ended up buying Isaac after the whole situation from that. The fact that he just didn't train for 39 days, went on strike.
Because teams don't care what players do when they want them. It only matters when they don't
You
want
have
them.
tunnel vision.
Like that, they don't care how it happens. They
It's
just want to
just-
get over the line. Anyway, we'll move on from Liverpool
Mm.
because otherwise we'll be here for ages. And Ram looks like he's actually going to turn into the flipping Hulk. I would love to see that. Ram as the Hulk. That would be the
No, you don't.
unscariest
You don't.
version of the Hulk I've ever seen.
There is,
I would be like,
there is.
Hulk smash. I'm like, yo, mate. Like, you don't even
I
know
am
what
the
a
nicest
Declan
guy on
is,
YouTube,
like.
man, and I want to keep it that way.
Like, relax.
Mm.
Anyway, guys, smash that like button. You know what it is. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. This one's for Kate. A special one for you. Special one for you, Kate. Going out to you. This was from Jimbo. On a DJ deck, so we're like, special shout out to the love of your life, Kate. This is Jimbo's question for you.
Big up, Jimbo.
Fact or fiction? Thomas Frank is out of his depth at Tottenham, conceding 9 goals in 2 games. Shows he's lost control. Is he out of his depth? Obviously, Thomas Frank had a good start at Spurs. Now things are looking a bit rocky. And I don't know, you talk about managers, Amorim, Slot, even now Frank is getting under some criticism as well. Has he lost control?
Can I just ask a question? Did anyone last night watch the Tottenham PSG game?
I watched it on
Man, you
replay.
watched it.
I watched
5-3.
it in the highlights.
5-3 sounds like we got absolutely pummeled. We played so well. It was individual errors and stupid mistakes that cost us that game.
And a couple of bodies.
We conceded 5 against PSG, who are the Champions League champions. We conceded 4 against Arsenal, who are the champions elect, if you like, and top of the Champions League. And
What did you call us, Kate?
champions elect. Both away from home.
With the damn trophy, bro.
Look, to say Thomas Frank out, which let me tell you, there's a lot of people who are saying Thomas Frank out. They need a slap. It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. We're still waiting for Maddison to come back. We're still waiting for Kulu to come back. We're still waiting for Solanke to come back. If we had a Maddison and Kulu last night, the game would have been different. 2 of their goals, or even 3 of their goals, were defensive errors. No, he's definitely not out of his depth. He needs time. He needs windows. He needs investment. It's the same with Man United in a way. I think one of the things Tottenham have lacked is stability. It's no coincidence that the best period that Tottenham have had of recent years, apart from obviously the Europa League last year, was under Poch, and he stayed with us for 5 years. So I think we need to just get behind this guy, back him, don't be a Liverpool. Don't try and hound this guy out. Back this guy. Give him the investment, quality, not quantity, in the January window and in the summer. And I just think that, we got a lot going for us. It was a really strong performance against PSG yesterday. It was individual errors, exactly the same conversation I had last year on here with Ange. There was individual errors all the time. A lot of our players aren't good enough, so we need to get rid of some of them. No, Matt, Jimbo is not Frank out. KJ was only joking. But what I will say is the way he lined up for Arsenal, for the Arsenal game, was unforgivable. He can never do that again, because there was no fight from us at all. So he has got a little X by his name for that, but not enough to even consider saying Frank out, in my opinion.
Why we all like jump into this sack? It's like you guys aren't behaving like big clubs anymore. Like I gotta say, are we talking on a panel with Wolves fans?
Okay.
And
before you continue on, Anton, this is gonna sound rude, but
I think you guys are all like throwing your toys at the Prem.
One sec. Before we go, I want to ask you a question, Anton, and I'm not trying to be a rude guy, but I just need to know, because you just said something there, and I was like, doing something, ding ding ding. You know what I mean? Have you guys played Mega Solid? Zoom. You know what I mean? Like that happened to me. How long have you been supporting Arsenal?
Me, I've been supporting Arsenal since I was born. My dad, he wrapped me up in a Arsenal little onesie when I was a baby.
Fair enough, because you said like, why you guys aren't acting like big clubs. And I was just like, wait, what Arsenal have done, because you've got a good record of keeping managers. That is actually not normal. You know what I mean? So like, that's top clubs more likely to sack than they are to
especially for Chelsea. Flipping egg.
But continue what you're saying. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Oh no, all I'm just saying is, like, first of all, I think Thomas Frank has had Tottenham playing very well overall this season. Look at the improvement. Like, you guys forget where you guys were last year. You're in 17th. Like sometimes you just need to take a step back and look at the big picture. Man United as well. Man United has also improved from last season. Like, it doesn't take 5 minutes to all of a sudden see success. You don't change the manager and all of a sudden, boom, voila, everything is fixed. Like, okay, you have a couple bad performances, but all of a sudden now we're going to throw the manager out. In that case, you'll have 7 managers a season. Like,
the thing is, I can.
Success. That's the trouble. People demand instant success, and it's ridiculous.
But demanding success with what are we basing this off of? Like,
that's a good question. What is the success that people are chasing after that so much that after a couple of games, the manager needs to be sacked?
But the biggest issue that I can see why I don't think this is fact. I don't think it should be. But the only reason why I can understand from, say, maybe Spurs fans' point of view, the people that go to games, you can get all your home fans in while they're at the home stadium, and Spurs home form has been absolutely dreadful. So the people, the fans that go to the games, they're seeing some pretty dross performances. Apart from when Spurs were away, they've been absolutely amazing. Like before, they were the highest.
Maybe the home fans need to fix up, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I can see, but let's be honest, right? Thomas Franks used to like managing a mid-table team, so I don't think he's out of his depth at all.
Newcastle fans trying to give it. That's hilarious.
Why is everyone throwing shades at each other now?
Anton is spitting facts because look, Spurs. Yeah, I'm going to try and put my Arsenal hat to the side for this one. I'm going to try anyway. You see, Spurs. The issue with Spurs is expectation overtakes them too many times, isn't it? Because some fans thought winning the Europa League last season meant, oh yeah, we're going to push on next level, boom, boom, boom. That's not what it was for Spurs. And the reason why is because of where they finished in the league. They finished, 17th?
Yeah, crazy.
Like, let's keep it real. What you were supposed to do is enjoy not being bantered for not winning trophies for a couple of years. Like, ooh, yeah, we're cool. And then try and finish in the top 8 for a couple of seasons and then push up. Because going from 17th to 8th ain't no small job. But you might think it's minor because they're not in the Champions League or whatever. But going from 17th to 8th, it's still a massive jump. So I don't know what is the expectation of these Spurs fans. Do they think that they're supposed to be challenging for the top 6, the top 4 for the major award? Like, there's a step-by-step process. Don't get caught up in all this Arsenal stuff. Arsenal winning games, Arsenal.
Some very important players.
Focus on yourself
right now. You don't have
Spurs. This I agree with. This I agree.
Yeah, but come on, right? I hate it when
it's because Arsenal winning games like this. They think, oh, we want to be amongst this. Like, it's not. It doesn't work like that.
I hate it. I hate it when that's a conversation about Spurs finishing 17th, because they are not a 17th club. Like, they really aren't. Like, the fact they won the Europa League says a lot. Like, it's a very much a false position.
Says a lot about the rest of Europe, to be fair.
I mean, you know the other team they're facing, that was Man United.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I said you're in a false position as well. Like, you guys are not a 15th.
No, but Anton, you got to understand, they had to sacrifice losing nearly every game the beginning of the year to win the Europa League. It wasn't that they were good enough. If they were playing both, like, competing in both competitions, they wouldn't have won the Europa League. Let's keep it 100.
All I'm saying is swap Spurs' run with Man United's run. I don't know if they get to the final.
Oh, KJ, man.
Oh, but you can do for monkey nuts about anything.
No. But I'm just saying.
KJ, like, that was too far, man. We were
doing too far. Leon, we just about scraped Leon. We were fortunate against Bilbao to get an early red card and we scored goals. Who else did we have in that run? Was it Sociedad? Yeah, Real Sociedad.
Yeah, Sociedad.
You know what I mean? Spurs had, granted they beat Frankfurt and it was a good win, but that was 1-0 and 0-0. Then they had Bodo Glimt. You know,
hey, respect Bodo Glimt in the Champions League.
I respect Bodo Glimt. They almost beat us at Old Trafford. I respect them. And then before that, they had some teams that someone like don't even remember. You know what I mean? You don't even know who they are. So
what is the favorite side for the Europa League this year? Aston Villa right now is the bookie's favorite for the Europa League, which tells you how much that competition is worth.
I mean, I back what KJ is saying though, because I even said this as a debate that Newcastle had a tougher run to the Carabao Cup final than what Spurs did for the Europa League.
Well, that's different because it's all.
They still won the damn trophy.
Sometimes people say the most fucking stupid thing.
Okay, we're not diminishing your Europa League, by the way.
What's happened to you since I last?
I'm not diminishing your Europa League. That one I'll never do. Your Europa League is your Europa League. You deserve that because you beat every team to win it. Like that's fine. I'm talking about the quality of the squad, and the problem with Spurs is, again, like Man United, we overrate what we are. You know what I mean? One of the worst things that happened to Spurs was Poch. Because of that run they had, Champions League final, challenging for the league. Now these guys think they're like, wait, we are actually one of the big guys. No, you're not.
And then they now won a European trophy, and that's just gone. It's just made them go crazy.
Spawned fans like young Daniel, who said that we were going to win the league after 10 games. This is what spawned it, getting to a Champions League final.
We ain't seen Daniel since, guys. We ain't seen Daniel since.
I can't sit here and 100% say Tottenham is top 6 club. I can't say it about Newcastle. I can't say it about Villa. There's so many teams now in that mix. I can't say it. So people need to lower their expectations a bit. And as Kunle said, if we're going to get up there, it's going to take time. It's taken Arsenal 6 years or 5 years, whatever you want to say, to get to where they're getting to. They've got to back a manager. It's no good just rinse and repeat. It's ridiculous.
I think it's very hard, though, to get to that level nowadays because of every single team spends so much money. So that's why, like, nowadays you'll get like 8 or 9 teams that are all doing so well, but it's really difficult.
Liverpool.
Yeah, one of the things with
450 mil.
You know what? I think Spurs.
Money doesn't buy success. That's all. You know what I mean?
What I want to say quickly is Spurs have recruited, I think, okay over the years. I think they've did some smart business. I think they've done some horrible business like Ndombele and players like that. But they've done some smart business as well. And they was building this squad where you look at the way that they play football, you're like, yo, you could probably do something. But then they would never match them with managers that suit what they were building. So it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. You've got these young, talented, technical players, but you're bringing in the Contes, the Joses, the Nunos to manage them. Then you give them Ange, who he's a guy that he can play good football, but he needs literally the best players in that league to make sure it works, because otherwise it's 17th time. And now that with Frank, who is someone who's a bit more calm, a bit more reserved, who can play good football with the possession when he needs to, but is also pragmatic. I think that's not a bad thing for Spurs to do. And I think literally, if Frank came in last year and finished 17th and continued on again, then I'd understand why people would be a bit more like he needs to go. It's similar to Amorim because you've got proof and evidence of what he's been doing with the club. But he's just got here. And it's not like you guys are wallowing down in 15th, 17th again, getting battered in every single Champions League game.
It's not like you spend 450 million to be 12.
You know what?
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh,
As a
Antonio, you want the
gooner,
man
I'll
to
be
stay.
perfectly honest, okay?
You
And
see
I've
the
been-
hypocrisy.
I've said this at the
Like you
start of the
did.
year, right? I actually think that Thomas Frank is the perfect manager for Tottenham. I think he's going to get this team better and improving. The way you play, the balance you've struck between defense and attack, some of the players that have bedded into the squad, the Mohamed Kuduses. I don't know what's happened with Javi Simmons, but I think eventually he should be a good player for Tottenham.
He was good when he came on last night.
You got
I
Madison
love
who's
that
not,
you
he's
said
not
he should
available
be.
right now. Kulusevski's not available right now.
You have a lot of it.
Kudu's
I
a
think-
big miss.
Mm.
Kulusevski's a big miss.
Massive.
I'm James
Madison
Maddison
as well.
Yeah, I
He
think
was
Madison-
one of the best
like,
creators
you
in the
have
league
good
last
you have a good center back pairing. Much as what I want to say, you guys got pretty good fullbacks. I like
Mhm.
Porro, I like Udogie, I like Spence. Like you guys have got all the pieces. I think the manager has got you playing in a balanced way. All right, you had a bad week. All right, you're trying.
You played PSG and Arsenal away.
yeah,
Yeah,
Legit.
Can we like read it back
KJ was
and forth?
asking earlier about Ruben and Man United. I would say Spurs have a higher likelihood of being successful under Thomas Frank. Like that,
Yeah.
he's the manager that I would stick by and I would invest in. Look at the way Brentford played with Mbumo and with
Wisser and Sharda.
like, and also what's
Kate,
his name? Ivan Toney.
Solanke,
Like,
well,
Sorry, hey,
Yeah.
where is it? Does it like? Why are you expecting Frank to finish the season? What's acceptable for you?
If he can get, I mean, I would love to get some sort of Europe, but anything in the top half of the table after last season is an improvement. You've got to be honest. We were 17th, so I just want to see us improving, and we are. So
Are you
I'll give you an example.
Are you usually very pessimistic, Kate?
Am I pessimist?
No,
Jim
Kate.
says I am. I consider myself more of a realist because Jim's in the clouds and still thinks we're winning the league.
Look what Chelsea did. Chelsea went from 12th to what? To 5th, 4th, and now they're challenging for the Premier League.
Yeah,
So
12 to 4. 12 to
you know what I'm saying?
like,
So that jump
again,
from 12th to 4th was massive. But I mean,
Yeah.
5th, sorry. But Poch still did lose his job for that. But still,
No, I think it was 6th or 7th that came out during that season. Hey, yes, Jimbo.
Arsenal, have you got the trophy
never
before?
get one of these.
wait until May. We're getting one of these.
Arsenal, have you ever got a European trophy? Just asking.
Actually, you know what?
the Arsenal
that
segment
question's
yet,
silly.
Ram. It's not the Arsenal
Yeah,
segment
that
yet.
is true. And also, that question's silly because I think they do officially have one. They may not be.
We got
big.
two
In a
officially.
competition that exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it does. So we got
we actually have the
big up.
equivalent to that trophy already.
Yeah, big up P4M. I'm not even going to try and say it in the first part. P4M. Big up for becoming a member. We appreciate that. Kenny here with the super chat says Spurs defenders are the most overrated players. I don't think some people do gas up Romero.
I think Romero
Van
is
de Ven.
completely.
Yeah.
I think Van de Ven is rated well. Like he is a very good player.
Yeah.
Especially like, come on, that run that he did was unbelievable.
Yeah, but
We're
We
still
defense
just
living
say
off
is-
that Messi gave Romero his career.
I
You say
can't get that
Yeah,
spinner
Kate
room
knows
that he
that's
did
why she's
last
Well, you know what?
season.
I forget. You know how bad it is. I actually did forget that Romero won the World Cup with Argentina.
Yeah, Messi
Okay.
Messi did two things for Romero. He won the World Cup for him and called him the best defender in the world. So that's enough gloss where everyone was, oh yeah, it's Messi that said it. So yeah, maybe there might be something in it.
On his day, Romero can be sensational, but he's not consistent enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's overrated.
And he's a bit.
When you
It is
got
if
it on
anyone
your day,
says he's
couple
well
of
No, no.
done.
He's a bit crazy
Do
as
you-
well, I will
right.
say.
Kate, do you actually not think he's overrated? Because all I hear from Romero is that he is literally the top 3 defenders in the Premier League, and that he will be going to Real Madrid.
Statistically,
That,
he
in
was
my
better than Pedro.
that, in my opinion, is crazy and is overrated. Like, I don't think he's a bad defender, but I don't think he's that high.
Yeah, we'll that's a conversation for another day. But you know,
Yeah.
he's decent. I do like Spurs' backline. To be fair, overall it's pretty good. Vicario's not too bad either. Frank will turn it around, and the Gooners will win F4 this season. We are European champions. Gooners will never sing that.
I'm going to be nice just because of Jimbo.
No,
Big up, Jim.
Ken,
Jim.
Jimbo, I love you, mate. You're a great guy. You guys are not European champions. You're Europa League.
Thank
No,
you.
it's on my arm.
KJ, let them have it, man.
Wait, okay, you got a tattoo for it.
Yeah, fucking right, I did.
Or
I still
Hey.
I'll get one for Ange,
Yeah,
and it
hey.
says it's who we are, mate, at the top. Come on.
yeah, big up Kate for that, man. I didn't know about that. That's
Yeah.
fair dues, fair dues. Right, guys, hope you're having a good time over here. I know that we are right now. Make sure you guys are liking the stream. Make sure you're sharing us out to all the people that are not watching right now, and also make sure that you're subscribing to the Football Terrace, because this is the place to be for all your football content needs. Right, guys, I need to ask a big question next coming up, because this one's gonna get saucy. You know what I mean? This one's gonna get interesting.
Here we
All right,
go.
here we
You know
go.
what this one is.
Here we go.
I know we're involved somehow.
Fact or fiction? I know the Gooners are gonna like the Arsenal fans are gonna like this one.
We're involved.
Fact or fiction? Declan Rice is the greatest £100 million plus signing in Premier League history. Better value than Isaac, who was 127 million. Better than Verts at 109 million. Enzo Fernandez at 105 million, and Jack Grealish at 102 million, and also Caicedo up there with, I think he was around again 105, 115, something like that. So, and again, for the people in the comments, this is for the Premier League only. So Premier League signings that cost over 100 million pounds. Declan Rice is the greatest. Fact or fiction? I want to go to, Anton, I want you to set the stage, my friend. I want you to set the stage.
I mean,
KJ,
there's not much competition in this conversation. Like those names that you brought me, you're giving me Jack Grealish and Isaac and Wirtz.
It's only the Chelsea boys you got to entertain, really.
The answer is facts, and it's not even
Oh
a
my
conversation.
God.
There's no contender against Declan Rice at this point. Declan
Bro.
Rice, he's a 200 million pound player, and we got him at 100.
What are you doing?
Like,
Ash, let him finish.
I honestly, I feel like Gareth Southgate has done Declan Rice a disservice, because before he joined Arsenal and he was at West Ham, the most publicity that Declan Rice got in terms of playing on the football pitch was in an England shirt. And everyone keeps telling me like all these false things about Declan Rice. Oh, he's a sideways passer. He's a defensive merchant, all this whatever stuff. But Declan Rice at the moment is the best number 8 in all of world football. In what he does, there is nobody better. He has gone up against he went up against Kimmich last night and made him look silly. He's gone up against Valverde. He ran rings around Valverde. He's run rings around Caicedo. He is around rings around all of the best midfielders in all of world football. He dominates everything. He's the best set piece taker. He's amazing on the defensive side. His work rate is second to none. His technique, his free kick, he's just everything I want. He's the leader. He is the engine. He is everything you want out of a footballer. And he deserves a pay rise as well, above being that expensive. So yeah, I'd say easily he is the most successful. And there's none of those other guys have much. Caicedo, I guess, would be a distant second, but not for me.
Here we go. All right, you know what? This is what Anton never change. I love you, mate. Listen. Who's gonna counter that? Who's gonna counter that?
This is
Go on. Okay, well, Kate, go on, Kate. Counter that, please. I want to.
Right. First of all, I think Rice is incredible, and I think that the only player you can talk about him with is Caicedo. But defensively, Caicedo's done 28 tackles to Rice's 6, right? So straight away, defensively, Caicedo is.
But we've given away the defensive side of his game, though. He's
Yeah,
becoming more of an
Hang on,
eight.
let me finish.
Like,
Let
we got
me finish. And you
Zubimendi.
can counter after.
Right, let her land. I got sound for her. Don't worry, Danton. I got
Yeah,
sound.
you keep it for me. So because Caicedo scored 3 goals, but Rice has a lot more chances at goal than Caicedo. However, Caicedo he's just an unbelievable player. He literally dragged Chelsea over the line in the Club World Cup final. He dragged Chelsea over the line.
Hey, Premier League, Kate.
Yeah,
Premier
but
League.
I'm talking about him as a player as a
we
whole.
As the judge of this, I will allow it to
Thank
stay.
you, KJ.
AJ,
And the
okay.
Conference
First
League.
line out there too, then.
Overruled.
So he dragged both of those over to win 2 separate trophies. Declan Rice couldn't even drag England over against Spain in the European final. So
What about West
until
Ham?
he
What
does
about West
that
Ham?
for Arsenal,
What about West Ham?
he's not in the same
What
category.
about West Ham,
as
Kate?
Caicedo.
What about West Ham?
What happened in that final, Kunde?
Yeah,
I bet
bare
he was
silence. Why is there bare
he was
silence?
arguably the worst player in that
I'm
final.
I'm just gonna say, if we
Mm,
win,
not
if
the
we win
games
the
to top him up.
Champions
Not
League,
the
this
games
is
How many?
winning the Ballon d'Or.
Ram, how many West Ham captains have won a European?
What are we
final?
doing? I'm
Oh,
sorry,
here we
no.
go.
What are we doing?
Here
Why are
we
we
go.
even
Look,
talking
look,
about
look, wait.
Caicedo?
Am I up next? Am I up next?
Order, wait.
No, because I'm sorry,
I
but
will
this is
count back to
Ash,
something.
I know you're gonna count on me as well, so let me
No,
go
it's
next.
not.
And then
Okay, I'm muting the man. Them listen. I said order in the courtroom. Damn it! Listen, Conley will go, and then Ash will counter. Okay, continue on. Go, Conley.
look. I would say, do you know what? This one's hard for me because I think Declan Rice is the best midfielder in the world right now, as in of right now. If he's the best 100 million player, I struggle to give him that. And this might be controversial because it's not even Caicedo that I'm looking for, because Caicedo ain't won no Premier League. The only person that has is Jack Grealish. So arguably, if we're going by success, Grealish is the best 100 million player because they won the treble when he came to the club. So it has to be Jack. If you're asking me who's the best midfielder in world football right now, I'm saying Declan Rice. I'm not changing him for anybody right now. Like literally, there's nothing he can't do. There's nothing he can't.
Everybody's hitting their heads. Please name me an alternative to Declan Rice.
I think it's
Elliot
fiction.
Anderson.
Pedri, Gonzalez, Lopez.
In terms of the initial question, it's fiction for me.
Pedri.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
wait. In the initial fiction, is fiction as in who's the better 100 million pound signing?
He said Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish.
Oh,
Thank
you know what? He won a. No, okay. To be fair to Jack Grealish, he's won a treble. He won a treble.
Yeah, so like it's
Do you
hard
know-
for me to give that to Rice. He's not got over the line.
Listen,
Caicedo's not got over the line. I hear it.
No. Listen, he was
Ash
the
go.
most influential person in that treble season. Do you know what's so wrong about this question? Right, this is on about the
The most
greatest.
influential person.
No, we're not going to do this, Anton. He is
Rodri was the
literally,
most influential person in the.
if you actually go through nearly, if you actually
Let him land.
Holland.
if you actually ask nearly every single City player, and if you actually fan, and if you watched all the games, Jack Grealish literally was probably one of the most influential in that treble season. He's won 3 Premier Leagues, a UCL, a Super Cup, a Club World Cup, FA Cup, and we're talking about what a player has done. That yes, Jack Grealish is 30, only 3 years older than Declan Rice, by the way. Caicedo's 3 years younger than Declan Rice. Like there is. I'm not going to talk about Isaac and Wirtz because they've got a lot to prove. Like Wirtz is obviously still just joined the season. Isaac, I mean, granted he has also won a trophy. Let's not also forget that. But as a signing, I think it's only one person that's clear of this conversation, and it's Jack Grealish for what he's accomplished. What he's accomplished under Man City, if you talk about what a person, if you define them, if you look back at them in 10 years, what you do to each player, you talk about the impact they had and the trophies they won. Jack Grealish has got a cabinet full of trophies.
You have to go into the performance of the player individually and what And
Oh
what
yeah,
he's
sorry. Let's talk about the two.
talking about Jack
two-
Grealish.
two-
You're
do
giving
you know what? In
Jack
10
Grealish
years'
off the
time,
back of
Anton. In 10 years'
Rodri and
time, let's
Haaland
talk
and De
about.
Bruyne,
No,
hard
no.
work.
In 10
Look
years'
how good the
time,
work
let's
hard
talk
work.
about
Wasn't
Declan
that
Rice, 5
influential in that
tackles.
season
Let's talk about
compared
Declan
to
Rice,
the others?
five tackles compared to Jack Grealish's 7 trophies or whatever. Yeah, yeah, bro.
Sorry.
Let's just do that.
And there's no need to get disrespectful, Ashley. Calm down. I agree with you. So need to get a bit. You know what I mean?
No,
To
but
be fair,
you've got to admit, it's one person who's coming towards the end of their career and someone who's in the peak of their career. Doesn't mean Declan Rice can't potentially get there, but Jack Grealish has
This
set
time next
the
season, we could be
ceiling.
saying something different. To be fair,
Dude,
But
as of now,
if Arsenal
as
do what
of
I
now,
think they're doing,
has
Declan
to
Rice
be
will be
Jack.
a Ballon d'Or
As of
winner
now,
by
has
the
to
end
be
of
Jack.
the year.
Oh
If he
my
wins
days!
Premier
What we
League,
Wait,
doing?
what?
Champions League,
You
we
think
doing?
Declan Rice
Ballon-
is going to be a
Ballon
Ballon d'Or
winner.
winner?
Yeah,
Wait, wait, wait.
absolutely. If he puts
But-
on man
Everyone,
of the match
everyone
performances
quiet. Everyone
on a
quiet.
An
with the
English
League,
Ballon
he'll be
d'Or
like-
winner.
Hey,
Hey,
Judge,
hey,
order,
hey.
order.
In the courtroom, silence in the courtroom. I only want Anton to speak right now because I want to hear this clearly for the record. So the typographer, whatever you call them, the people that write in the courtroom, yo, write this down and for the record. Anton, what did you just say? You're on mute. You're muted, why? So you can unmute yourself.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Keep it on. Keep it on.
Guys, I really feel like we're being disrespectful to Declan Rice. If Arsenal win the Premier League and they win the Champions League, by the way, if I'm saying if, very important that I underline this. And let's say we add another one of those things, a Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Let's say Arsenal win the treble.
Hey, bro,
Again,
there's a lot of ifs here.
Bro,
man.
but you
That's
keep on just adding
Yeah,
ifs here.
order,
What are you
order.
doing?
Let Anton say. I want him to say the statement. Let him say the statement.
And on the way to that,
You're gonna have
he
to
is
finish the
performing
statement,
like
bro.
he did last night, which, by the way, is nothing that is out of the ordinary for him. This is stuff that he does consistently. He is never been below an 8 all season in terms of player rating, and he will win the Ballon d'Or if all those things are accomplished. He will. He'd be the most influential person in terms in a title winning or Champions League winning side. And then it's going over the top, the fact that England are the favorites to win the World Cup. He goes to the US and wins the World Cup too.
Now you're going way over the top, bro. Yeah,
But I'm saying it's not out of the realm
English
of,
Ballon d'Or winner
out of the
and
realms of
English
possibility.
World Cup win.
People don't
Like,
understand how good the levels that
I'll be
Declan Rice
honest with you.
raises everything. He's part of a team that's the favorites for the World Cup, the favorites for the Premier League, the favorites of the Champions League. This is disrespectful.
Hey,
And
this
Jack
team also
Grealish was
had Steven
carried.
Gerrard, Paul Scholes, and Lampard that didn't win. So I don't know what you're saying, bro, but I hear it. You're getting too
Okay, but I'm
excited.
just saying, to say that he's. We're really doing Jack Grealish. Come on,
Fact
guys.
checker:
This is
England aren't the favorites
disrespectful.
for the World Cup. It's Spain. I'm looking at the odds right now as well. It says Spain.
I get what he was trying to do there, but like England in international tournaments. Come on, bro. That's not.
But I'm
And-
saying,
But
If
what
it
if
happens-
you win nothing? What does that do to Declan Rice?
I'll tell you right now, and you can clip this.
Hey,
There is
Christopher
no
Kennedy,
chance
that's
on
a low
planet
blow.
Earth
That's
that we are
unnecessary.
winning nothing this season. None
Say it
at
again.
all.
For the record.
We are. There's no chance, 0% chance on Earth that we are winning nothing this season.
We got it,
Can-
KJ.
We got
Can we
it.
just say? Can we just
got
say?
it.
Literally,
You're
like
nothing
the
because
other
all I
day,
gotta do is
the
look
other day,
smart like I
Anton
have the
said
whole
he is the
season.
most humble person. Can we just go back to that? So
Look, I think also you got to take everything into account. I think we haven't talked about Moises Caicedo. Look, at the end of the day, obviously, I wish
Why
he
do we
would join
need to?
my football club. However, come on, let me land, bro. Let me land. Moises Caicedo, what he's done for that Chelsea team has been nigh on outstanding. Like he's come into that Chelsea team and had more or less a similar impact to what Declan Rice had for this Arsenal team. You're talking about one of the best sixes in the world, and he's been going better and better every single game. Every single time that you see the guy play, you see something else that he has in his repertoire: the ability to score goals, the ability to sometimes dictate play. Like the guy is showing levels as well. For me, I think in terms of overall quality, would I have Declan Rice or Caicedo? I still, obviously, there's a little bit of bias because he's English. I would have Declan Rice. However, to say that Declan Rice is beyond the best, could win a Ballon d'Or and the best midfielder in the world, I think you need to put a little bit more respect on the other players across the world, the likes of Pedri, who was sorely missed for Barcelona against Chelsea, you could tell that Barcelona
Why do I?
midfield.
No,
Why
no,
do
you're
I?
not gonna. You know what?
Why
Pep
do
is
I?
great, but I need to bring a witness to the stand. I know judges can't do that, but I'm also a lawyer, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
American
So
judges can.
I am bringing Andrew to the stand to go and fight his corner for Moises Caicedo.
Sorry, can I just ask, KJ, did you say
Oh,
successful
Vitinha.
or best?
I said, I think I said greatest.
It was the
Like,
greatest,
Yeah.
the greatest
100
£100
million
million plus signing.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Premier
great.
League.
So it's him
yes.
against 6 other players in the Premier
Yes,
League.
but if,
Okay.
but for your argument, if
I
you
think
would
you
like
put
to
everything in
best-
one.
Yeah. But
and
if you want to
comment.
also add best or whatever, you break it down for us, Andrew. What do you think?
I just listen. I'm not here to rip apart Declan Rice because I love Declan Rice and stuff like that. But for me, you know, I understand why you'd say Jack Grealish, but for me, there was far more influential people in that Man City team than Jack Grealish in for that treble, like Gundogan, Haaland, stuff like that. I'm really troubled by this question, KJ, because you know, I think Caicedo is up there. He's recognised. You know, Ram, you're wrong. Caicedo would be far better for your team than Declan Rice because you got Gravenberch and McAllister to do Declan Rice role. So you're wrong on that one. Caicedo can do it all. He could do the Rice role if we wanted him to. He could do it easily.
No, he couldn't.
Yes, he could. He could do it easily. He's got the passing to do it anyway. And to say that Rice is Caicedo's a distant thing to Rice. Caicedo's dominated Rice the last 2 times he's been to the bridge. He's factored him out of the game. Wasn't even involved. So, you know, Caicedo's up there, bro. Caicedo's up there. Whether you want to say he's better than Rice, I don't know. But, you know, Caicedo for me is, I wouldn't say the successful. You don't mention his price tag anymore. You don't mention Rice's price tag anymore. This is the problem. This is going to be the new Hazard and Salah debate for the next couple of years. Do you know what I mean? I just enjoyed him. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to battle my guy. I wouldn't say Enzo Fernandez, but he has improved. But you don't hear anyone mention his price tag anymore. Do you know what I mean? Caicedo's up there. Rice is very good. But you want to say successful, then you can't even have Rice in the debate with Caicedo or Jack Grealish. You want to say successful. You know?
Just wait until May.
Why is that?
Well, he's only won 1 trophy.
But you have to take everything into account, isn't it? Like
Are
you
you-
can't, like, even when it came to the greatest,
Yeah, and to
like,
be fair,
the greatest, you have to take everything into account.
Declan Rice's Conference League does not count for this conversation because that was before he was £100 million, and it wasn't with his team.
Okay, so then you
That won it. So that you can't include
Yeah,
that.
but to be honest,
That
none of
changes
these
everything.
count because you said Premier League. So that's what I'm trying to figure out here. You said you specifically said Premier League. Then we're using Club World Cup.
What's the
No,
highest?
it was. He
No,
said
no, what I meant
100
is-
million,
No,
100
he
million
said
plus
Premier
signing.
League.
No, let me
100
clarify,
million
let me
plus
clarify.
signing in
Caicedo
Premier
Caicedo
League
and Rice
history.
should not be compared because Caicedo
Ash,
is
you
a
said
number
Premier
6.
League. So I'm
Compare him
just saying the
with
rules are
Zubimendi,
changing.
not compare him with Rice. I
Jack
want
Grealish has won 3 Premier League titles.
Yeah, Kunle, let me
Yeah, I
clarify
think-
what I meant. Let me clarify what I meant by Premier League. I meant
Oh, now there's a clarification.
no, because people were mentioning Bellingham. People were talking about Bellingham in the chat. And
All I'm saying is
You're in 100 million.
you didn't say it like this then. So this is all very convenient.
I said
It's
it.
all
I
very
was
convenient that
clarifying.
you're breaking
No,
it down
no,
like
no.
this now.
I was clarifying the transfer within the
The
Premier
Premier
League.
League, yeah.
Yeah, Bellingham made
into
100
the
mil.
Premier League. That's what I'm not talking about 100 million transfers of all time, where you can talk about Lukaku and all these different people. I up there, but you know all these different £100 million signings that we've had. That is, I wasn't talking about
Yeah.
that. Bellingham don't count, and anyone else don't count.
We're talking £100 million, right?
The ones in the Premier League.
Yeah, this in the Premier League.
I think everyone understand that, bar you, because you know what you're doing, Conley.
My brother.
No, wait, KJ. Are we talking £100 million?
Takes the arse out of you and me, KJ. You don't assume anything in this life. You gotta be specific.
Are we talking £100 million?
Well, I tell that to my
or
wife, I
100
get in
million
trouble all the
euros?
time.
Pounds.
Pounds.
So get me some bread. I bring the wrong bread home. All right, why did you do that? You said bread. You didn't say tiger bread. You know what I mean? You said bread. Your Kate knows about that.
Rice and Caicedo are very close. It's not clear.
It's not
There's
really
no-
affects it. I know
no-
Anton's right. They're not even the same player.
I think
Yeah.
They're not even the same player.
the
They
issue
play
is the
different
age.
positions now, so Rice should be
The age.
compared to Enzo, and Zubi
Yeah.
should be compared to Caicedo. We all know what I've got there.
That's what I literally said.
Weird.
But do
I'm
you
doing
not
a
do you not
combined
think?
11, Arsenal, Chelsea 11. They're both Caicedo and
They would
Rice are
both
in
be
there.
the starting midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you not think like if you actually had to compare
What? Zubimendi's getting dropped? Nah, G.
See, that's the tougher conversation because I
Nah,
think
G.
Zubimendi's class.
Zubi's
But
better than
I would
Caicedo.
still put
Yeah.
Caicedo ahead of Zubi.
No.
Can
I
they
would.
shut up?
No, it's not.
Zubimendi over
whoa.
Caicedo. I said it. What?
Right,
Yeah,
for
they're
the record,
about two
Liverpool-
different
Arsenal
players.
fans are so funny. They do.
That's
They're
it.
so sensitive and they're so funny.
Anyway, we'll see what's popping this weekend, innit? We'll see what's
That's
popping this
true.
weekend.
Bro, you
Yeah,
said
This is
you
what you got, KJ. This is what you got. You want to
And
go
this-
to
and
Arsenal,
this is the
Chelsea.
thing. I want to go to
I'm
Ash,
saying
and
we'll
then
see what-
I'm going to go to Ash. Then I go to some super chats, and then we're going to go to the final question of the show. Andrew, it's good that you're here because I'm going to need you for this as well. So stay where you are. But Ash, you're about to ask a question or make a statement. So do that, and then I'll move on to the super chats.
Yeah, for me, a few things. Like if you're comparing, say, Caicedo and Rice, Caicedo is a lot younger than Rice. And say for me, my team, I would prefer to have Caicedo over Rice if I had to choose. I think the age difference, I think you compare them and put them on a very similar level. And then the fact Caicedo's younger, I think puts the ball quite a bit.
I
heavily
don't
in his
ever
boat.
expect you to pick
Ash
an
is
Arsenal
playing
player, so
FIFA.
that's
He's not
fine.
playing
That's
real
fine.
life football.
That's fine.
We're
I
talking
I'd take
about
Rice.
age.
Well, I
strong
don't
and
even think Declan Rice is the
Bro,
best
I don't
English
expect you to
midfielder.
ever pick an Arsenal player over anyone, bro. So it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say Anton's message is ageist, and the Football Terrace does not support ageism on this platform. Just to let you know.
When Declan Rice is in the peak of his powers at his age, he's 27, I think, is it in January? So
Yeah.
it is a big difference. He's 3 years younger, so you've only got to think Caicedo's ceiling's still going to go up.
Yeah, that
Declan
is
Rice takes
Always
best
worked
ball.
out
But
like
anything in anything in football is unpredictable.
yeah, that is true. We would have to wait and see. It's not
Ideal
really a
scenario,
Yeah,
he gets
I
better.
thought one
He
time
might-
I thought Abu Dhabi was going to be an amazing player. He never made it. So
That is true. But if neither of these
Yeah.
players ever win a Premier League, this debate is going to be techie. But until that point, we'll just have this debate and we'll just keep it here for now. What we're going to do now is going to go to some super chats, people. So make sure you are subscribing to the Football Terrace and you're liking the stream. Before I do that, I just want to note it down for you guys what minute it is, so you guys can go find it in the timestamps, because I've been listening, people. I've been listening. Everyone complaining, oh, when KJ is hosting, there's never any timestamps. Well, there have been timestamps the last couple of times I've hosted, yeah? So be happy with the improvement, or is that low standards? Maybe do I have to,
Oh, let's not go through that again, KJ.
can I only
please.
see it when I've taken over the Football Terrace and Terry's no longer here? Is that the only time I can cheer for improvement? Right, here we go. We've got some super chats here, guys. Make sure you are here for this. So we've got from Arsenal,
oh god.
FC,
Arsenal not
not
access to
FC.
1.2 billion now.
Can
You
I
said-
address this
you
guy
said this
one to one,
earlier.
KJ? Because this
Pardon?
guy's really getting annoying me. This Arsenal FC Arteta FC guy.
I don't know who he is. Like, I've just seen him for the first time in this chat. Big him up. He sent a super chat in. Arteta won a trophy, spent 1.2 billion. Don't know if that's true. And won it for all.
No, KJ. What is true of us? You'll find that people add a couple of 100 million on when you spend $1 billion. Just to rise.
Oh
up the
yeah,
budget.
just
So Arsenal fans, you're gonna have to
Round
do
out.
that.
Honestly, no, but I want to say something to this guy before we move on to the next chat. Are you an Arsenal fan or not? Because right now, at the moment, Arsenal are in the best position we've ever been in many, many years. Okay, talk about win F all. Just go and support your freaking club. Why are we talking about Arteta or Arteta out right now? Like,
He's
we
gonna
are
say
top
go
of the
down and
Premier
support
League,
the Spurs.
top of the Champions League. Get behind the man and stop trying to sit and tell me how much he's spent without winning a trophy.
Yeah,
He's on his way to dominating football right now.
Dominant.
All right.
Yeah, we thought that
Like,
about
but if you like whatever, if he
You see
won it
what I
yet or
mean?
not, whatever. Believe.
What I mean.
Get
Just
behind
let
him.
us back,
You're
just
a
let us
fan of the
the
club.
world
Let's
needs more
let's-
That's
anthems, man.
poisonous.
Yo, if I'm ever in a bind and I need support, Anton's the guy I'm going to, man. 'Cause he's that guy. He's that guy. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Top we got from James Sousa says top 3 defenders in the Premier League right now are Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber. We've got here from T Wiz saying Rice had 10 plus 10 attributes when the arm. Oh, Rice had 10 plus 10 attributes when the armband came on. So I'm guessing he got the armband during the Bayern game and just went up to another level. He will eventually be your captain. I do believe
Yes.
that. I do believe that he'll be Arsenal captain one day.
I mean, I think that Saka is probably first in line, to be honest.
That is too fair. That's true. I think
I hope not.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that
I
would
mean,
be
when,
bad.
if you're almost saying that it's going to be Gabriel or Rice, when Odegaard's been out, they've been behind the pecking order, behind Saka.
Yeah,
Would you
you know
want
what it
him
is,
to
though,
be,
the
though?
Saka thing. The Saka thing.
You underestimate Saka's leadership ability as well.
No, I'm not saying he's not a leader, but I'm saying like his thing is more PR-ish.
Starboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of like Ronaldo being the captain for Portugal, even though
Yeah, it's like when they give the talented
Yeah.
players.
He's a star
I don't
player.
like attackers
Yeah.
being captains.
How
personally. I don't
I
like
see
you need the
it.
general to be the captain.
How I
Yeah,
see it is,
so-
I would want Saka to just not have any additional pressure, just be yourself and just shout,
just play.
and then give it to someone who's more like a Rice or like.
I'm just telling you
Saka
the
plays
reality.
drive with the
No,
armband.
that's a fair point.
Sees Saka as his vice captain. Do I agree with it? No, but that is the reality.
Yeah, that's a
I
fair
hear
point.
it. I hear it.
We got Robert here saying I didn't want Man United to win the UEL because they had more of a chance of improving than Spurs. Man United will end up top 6 and Spurs 8th because Man United are more likely to spend in Jan than Spurs. Levy won't spend in the summer. Well,
Levy's
Levy's gone.
You didn't
Levy's
want
not there.
Wait, can we not just
You're
go
not
back to
internet
how
ready,
crazy
bro.
that
Get
is?
internet
The
ready.
guy just said he didn't want his club to win.
No,
the
Robert's
Euro.
Robert's the Arsenal
he's-
fan.
fan.
Oh, is he an Arsenal fan? Okay,
Yeah,
I was
Robert's
gonna
an
say,
Arsenal fan.
holy crap!
Yeah,
That's
but you know
crazy.
what
Yeah.
also isn't true about that? Man United still outspent Spurs in the summer, so it doesn't matter if they won it or not.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And
but they
Levy's
might have
gone.
better players. though,
Yeah,
you know,
it depends. We might have got more players because if we had got that midfielder, we might have said something different about.
Oh, we're
Ruben
back to
Amorim.
ifs, buts, and monkey nuts again with KJ.
What you mean? Whoa! What are you talking about? Ifs? Shut up, Kate. James Sousa again said, if you didn't watch Rice versus Bayern, shut up, Brav. Shut up, Brav.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Boston Route. Oh, a man like Ronan. He said, such a dramatic. Whoa! Such a dramatic weirdo. Rice is great. He's a box-to-box 8, and Moy is a destroyer who can play forward. Both great. Enzo catching up to Rice. Interesting
Anton,
stuff.
that's for you.
Catching up means that he's
I know
behind.
it's
So
for me,
I'll
but
take
I
that.
don't agree with him.
Um,
I don't think Enzo's in the same stratosphere as Rice.
yeah. Lau says, is Scott Carson the best goalkeeper? Then he won all 3 trophies too. Let's not do this.
Hey, like, why
Hey,
do
Scott,
people?
KJ, Scott Carson,
Why
a
do people
two-time
do
Champions
this?
League winner, mate. He's a 2-time Champions League winner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Love
third
it, going
goal-
extreme with this shit, man. So,
the
like,
third
come on,
goalkeeping
you-
job actually might be the best job in football because hey, you get the medals for
He's
just
a
being in
mascot,
training.
glorified
Hey,
mascot.
listen, crazy. Elias says, bloody hell, Anton, thanks for the jinx.
Hey, yeah,
See,
but
I don't
bro's
believe
been
that stuff.
jinxing the whole.
I believe in
the whole
God,
summer.
so I don't believe in that stuff. So.
Amen. Hey,
God bless
amen,
you.
brother. We love that. I'm not gonna. Sorry, my guy. I don't want to mess it up. I can see. No, actually, no, I'm not gonna try.
Span
But my
down
God,
Precious.
Kate had a good go. Yeah, I want to go with Span. And I can see it now. Actually, Spandan Pratios. Yes. Okay. No, I got it. There you go.
You just repeated what Kate said, but okay, cool, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen. Kate paved the way. How's the argument Caicedo for whatever Rice does better? How's the argument for Caicedo for whatever Rice does better is Caicedo can do it if he wants to. If that's the case, then talk after he shows that. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. He doesn't. And then we've got Robert back here again. He goes, I agree with Conde. Moises will be benched if he came to Arsenal right now. The mid with Rice, Zubi, and Odegaard / Eze requires Zubi and Eze and Rice over. Oh, requires Zubi and Eze and Rice
Yeah,
over.
I agree. I don't think that Caicedo fits into Arsenal.
KJ, there's a
It don't
village
work.
missing. There's a village missing its idiot with that super chat somewhere. That's all it is.
But it don't come on. It don't work.
No, big up Robert, man. He's always here,
Big
man.
up
I kind of
Robert.
get what he's saying. I kind of get what he's saying. Right. Listen, guys, we're going to the last question of the day, and this is gonna feed in nicely to the weekend. Yeah, it's gonna feed nicely into the weekend.
We're talking Palace Man United, KJ. Is that what we're doing?
We will not talk about the 4-0
okay,
loss
sorry.
that Man United about to suffer on the weekend.
Oh.
What we are talking about is Arsenal being, and this is fact or fiction, Arsenal are now the best team in the world, and they will prove it again against Chelsea on the weekend. Fact or fiction? Anton, you be quiet for this. I'm waiting for you. Now's not your time. This is everyone else's time.
If I have to say it, bro,
Go on, Ram. You go first.
it's slightly a fact. It's slightly a fact, and I hate to admit it, but you got to admit it. If you compare
proud
them
of you,
against the
Ram.
pound, look
I'm
at
so
Kunle,
proud of you.
yeah, look at Kunle. Hey, look, I'm a man to admit it, even though I don't want to. If you look at their comparisons with their fellow big clubs like Real Madrid, they don't look the best compared to Arsenal, but they get the job done. We saw what happened with Bayern against with Arsenal. We saw what Barcelona did, what happened at Stamford Bridge with Barcelona. They're top of the league, one of the best. They have the best defense in the world. They have assets in that midfield and also in that front line. So for me, if we're going on this season so far, they are currently the best team in the world on form. Now they just need to follow up with a trophy, in my opinion.
Or two.
Or two trophy or two. Kate, I see your face there. You're not liking this question.
Well, look, I wrote, because I made a note and I put, it's kind of both in a way, because I know that this, like, I think it was yesterday, Opta ranked Arsenal as the #1 team in the world, right? And on current form, they probably are. You know, they're top of the Premier League. They're unbeaten in the Champions League, top of the table. But you just
Stop there. Fact. That's it.
No,
Finish.
you need to shut up a minute, Kunle. Why do do you mean, because to just come out and say they're the best team in the world is ridiculous, because they haven't won a league since 2003. So you look at teams like Real Madrid, who have won the Champions League 15 times, and you're going to start telling me that Arsenal are a better team than Real Madrid. No,
We can't win the league in November, Kate. We can't win the league in
on
November.
current form.
Yeah, but we're not talking about history right now. We're talking about in 2025.
Yeah, order. Let Kate
Let her
land the plane.
Thank you. I'm being respectful to Arsenal. I'm saying on the current form, they're a strong contender, but I just think when you look at the likes of Real Madrid, who have won the Champions League that many times, Bayern Munich, Man City, even Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea have won every single trophy there is to win in football. On current form, yes, I would say they're the best team in the world, if that's the question. But overall, are the best team in the world?
That was the question, Kate. That was the question, Kate. Yes, but that was sick what you did there. Hey, Kate, did you study law? Because what you just did was sensational. You attacked us left, right, and center. You could have just said yes, facts. But she said, let me get my jabs in, and then I'll answer what these lot want me to answer. Yeah,
that was so hard.
I respect it. But it's facts. It's facts, bro. Like we're the best. Like I don't want to be. I don't like to come off cocky. You know me, KJ. I'm a humble kind of I'm a humble African boy. That's it. Humble.
You're not.
What my team are showing me every day is forcing me to act out of character. Do you understand? So right now we are the best team in world football. We made Bayern Munich look like small boys yesterday, like little boys. First half they had a couple little bits. Probably if there's one negative from yesterday, I'd probably say Skelly was getting cooked before he got taken off
badly.
But as soon as Kala came on, nothing for Elise, bro. It was access denied for the rest of the night. And so we seem to find that we have a solution every time. They say we don't score open play goals. We start scoring open play goals. Then we stop seeing the open play tables anymore. We don't see them no more. Now Arsenal scored the most open play goals in November so far, but we don't want to talk about that. But anyway, yeah, the facts are the facts. Currently, we are the best team in world football. But as everybody says, it will mean nothing if at the end of the season we end up empty-handed. Arteta must and Arteta will.
Yeah. And here's the question I want to ask Winter Surfer. World's best team on form versus the world champions.
Woo!
Oh, KJ, I like that. You know?
How
Box
are
office.
Chelsea going to do this weekend against Arsenal?
We'll do what we always do when we play a big game. We'll raise our game. We always do it. When people write us off, we always do it. Write us off against Barcelona, Liverpool, PSG. We always rise to the occasion. Like I said, in my opinion, the last 2 times Arsenal beat Stamford Bridge, we've been the better team and should have won that game if it weren't for our goalkeeper.
Didn't rise to the occasion, then, did you?
I respect Arsenal, but I don't fear them. I don't fear them. I just fear the way we play sometimes. You know what I mean? That's the only fear I have. It's going to be a great game. We're going to hype it up. You know what? It's going to be a boring 0-0 draw, I think. No.
It's gonna be a 0-0, I swear.
Listen, it'll be
a stinker.
It smells of stinky.
It'll be a hell of an atmosphere.
4 goals.
Maresca's got this knack at the moment, KJ, for when it comes to big games. He just somehow picks the right team, the right formation, the right tactics. The subs work out. I think we'll raise our game like we have been. Honestly, my worry all this week before the Burnley game was how we performed against Burnley, not these other 2 games after that, because we don't usually perform well against the smaller teams that we should do. Arsenal, they will be the best team we've faced apart from Bayern this season. Okay. They'll be the best team we've faced for Bayern. And I respect them. Listen, I don't get on them for the defensive football because you're talking to Mourinho disciples, so I can't really criticise, you know what I mean? So it's all good. Hopefully we can score a couple of goals, dent that defensive record a bit more so they can't catch our one of all those years ago. But yeah, don't write us off. I want people to write us off, KJ. I'm hearing a lot of dominating 2-0, 3-0s over the last couple of days from not these 2, but from Arsenal fans, you know what I mean? But it'll be an exciting game, but don't write us off. If you do, we'll just sucker punch you like we did the others.
You see, if all Chelsea fans are like Winter Surfer, I wouldn't have a problem with you. Like, I swear.
This is a question for Don, which you will find out tomorrow when he's on Straight Facts, when Terry asks him about this game. But Ash, before I go to Anton, because he's got the shades on, I know he's ready.
Oh no.
How do you think this game will go as a neutral, seeing this informed Arsenal team and this informed Chelsea team as well?
I think it's going to be an interesting one because not having Gabriel, it's going to be interesting because I think that like last time, not having Gabriel wasn't really an issue because Arsenal weren't really punished. They weren't pushed and stuff. The Bayern one was a bit different. I think it's going to be an interesting game because I think Chelsea's going to be a bit more attacking. It's going to be the battle of Rice and Caicedo, so we can have a debate after that about who's going to be better. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be Arsenal's to win, but they're away at the Bridge, so I think I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea wins. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal wins, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. If I'm going to be honest,
can't bring himself to completely big up Arsenal, and he's not ready to do it.
No, man. I don't know why, but Ash just beefs all the top teams. Like, and I'm just like, why?
Small club mentality, innit?
He wants so badly.
Small club mentality, innit?
He does his role very, very well. I actually respect that. Me and Ash go back and forth because I got respect for him, and he bigs up his team as much as he possibly can, and that's what I do as well. It's so funny. My friend was I was talking about Ash to my friend the other day, and I was talking about how Ash always gets really nitpicky with some of the stuff in the chat, and they're like, Ash only annoys you because Ash is like you.
Yeah, you are two sides of the same coin. It's wonderful.
I don't know about that, KJ, though.
If Newcastle were on par with,
listen.
Now,
no, we're not doing the Newcastle
chat.
thing.
He would be chatting to us, right? You'd be chatting crazy. Let's not kid ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd be long to go on streams with Ash.
You were chatting crazy last season, man.
Listen, I am actually humble when I say I'm humble. Unlike Anton, he says he's humble and then says he's the best. Arsenal's the best since God's gift ever to walk the planet.
Again, I just going based off facts. Yeah. By the way, the question. I'll just get to the question. Is Arsenal the best team in the world right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
First in the, I don't know if anybody can see it because it's cut off.
Yeah,
No,
can-
No, we
yeah,
can't
yeah.
see. We can't see. We can't see.
Yeah, we can see the
First
ST
in
and the
Premier
ST.
League,
You've got
first
a
in the
nice
Champions League.
advertising forward over there. haven't you?
Everyone keeps trying to come up with all these candidates for who's better than us. Oh, Man City. Well, Man City have now lost twice this week. They've lost 4 times in the Premier League all season. Liverpool, I don't know. Liverpool are eliminated from that conversation altogether. That's just complete and utter disrespect. The only team in the world right now who was literally at our level, had the consistency of Arsenal, came to the Emirates last night and got their ass handed to them. Like, and look, the Chelsea game on the weekend is not a conversation of who's the best team in the world. I think that's, a Premier League fixture that should be treated as such. Any game in the Premier League is a tough game, especially when you're going away from home. So, like, for me, that's not what this weekend is about. But overall, this season for Arsenal, does Ash drop out just to prove a point, or?
No, maybe he's he's got a little one in it, so maybe
Because he got compared to you and he's gone to cry in his bedroom.
He's got,
Yeah,
he's
two
got an
sides of the
Arsenal, he's
same
got an
coin,
Arsenal
innit?
neighbour that cut his Wi-Fi. That's what just happened.
But yeah, like we are so good, and this is the scary part about it. This weekend, Victor Gyökeres and Kai Havertz now available to play.
Oh.
We did that without our 100 plus goals in the last 2 years striker. And if who's starting at the back for Chelsea this week? Is it like Chalobah and Tossin? If they see the team sheet
Can I
and
just
they
say,
know
Anton,
number 14 is in the starting 11,
and Anton, let me just tell you something. You have a better chance of winning the lottery than picking a Maresca predicted lineup. You have a better chance of doing that. We do it all the time. I go on so many previews. I've never, as a group on a panel, have we got a prediction right about his lineup. So
that is a Pep disciple masterclass right there.
Honestly, he will change it up. He will do something crazy at the weekend. He'll play tossing in goal or something. No, I mean, he'll do something like that.
Oh, I got mad respect for what Chelsea did against Barcelona. I didn't say nothing. I didn't start talk any shit, no chat, because that was impressive. Like, you guys won 3-0. It could have been like 11-0. Like the way you guys were on their neck
outside Arsenal, bro.
I mean,
that's been from the start of the season.
I mean,
that's been
that is true.
You know what?
Couldn't have been on that, by the
start of
way.
the season. I've been consistent.
No,
bro.
I'll tell you this. I'll give this to Winter Surfer, right? If you guys beat us this weekend, I will have that conversation about Chelsea. But
I mean, that's fair. You'll be 3 points
That's
behind,
great.
so you have to.
When it's not even December.
But
That's
until
crazy.
then,
It's hard to ignore these boys. It's hard to ignore them, bro. It's hard.
no, it is. Look, like that's
You're a
the thing.
nasty. You're a nasty guy, Conley, by the way. I see you.
See what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
Hey,
Flip the
hey,
narrative.
yeah, tell them.
horrible man.
Hey,
Tries
tell
to
them.
flip the narrative in a certain way
Accusing me
just
of
to get a
being-
reaction out of someone.
Hey, tell them. Tell them. I'm not who they're
Good
accusing
guy.
me of being.
Crazy.
No. I know Conley is a good guy, but also know there's a side of him.
KJ, from the start of the season, I've
No,
been
you did say
consistent.
that.
I'm not
No,
changing
you have said that. No, I will back you on that.
It's
But
that smile, innit?
I also
It's that smile.
see the long game. I also see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? I see all of that.
You lot are trying to do too much thinking, man. Just see it for what it is. Chelsea are a top side. Look, let me list the credentials because you don't think this is a game. They're a top side, Conference League champions, world champions. They've got who we were just arguing, one of the best, if not the best midfielder in world football, the best 10 in the league in Cole Palmer. They got one of the most exciting Brazilian talents in Estevao. And so Estevao, am I saying the name right? I don't want to get it wrong.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Just call him Steve.
And last season, KJ, you knew I was against them. I thought they'd finish 6th. They not only didn't finish 6th, they finished 4th and won 2 trophies. I'm stupid to bet against these boys, these world champions. I'm not doing it no more.
Oh, and
You're
Black
the
as well.
They
You
got
said
two
to
players
Mighty
in every
Arsenal.
position as well.
You're the
you know,
mighty
and
Arsenal.
after all of
I
that,
think my team will do it, but they're outside of Arsenal, they're my favorites.
yeah, and after all of that, we need to get into score predictions because we need to get out of here because I've got things to do and we all gotta do.
Okay.
So here we go. Score predictions. Kate.
Oh, 2-2.
Oh, the old Desmond.
Ram.
2-1 to Arsenal.
Andrew.
2-1 Chelsea.
Okay, and Conley.
Let it all work out. 3-1 to Arsenal. We're
He said
coming
all that,
for
and then
last year's
he
rent.
said all that, KJ, then he says 3-1. You see what I'm talking
So-
about?
Hey, I said outside of
Spins the
Arsenal.
narrative, bro. He just
Hey,
spins
hey,
the
look,
narrative.
the difference is, Winner Surfer, the Bridge is our second home, and we forgot rent last year, so we're coming for last year's rent. That's all it is, bro.
I want you to stop smiling when you say stuff because you can't take you seriously. I'm just smart, man.
Brother, I wish I could stop, man. I'm just a happy person.
And then Anton,
2-0.
2-0 to Arsenal. Okay.
Yeah.
And then someone got a delivery
Yeah.
late night. That
Me.
pizza is here.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. And then I'm gonna go with I'm going 3-3. Screw it. Why not? I always put it these high scoring.
You
draws.
realize
I
we
want
haven't
it to happen
conceded
one
3
day.
goals.
Does it
in
ever
like-
happen
in
though,
like-
KJ? Does it ever happen?
It never happened, but it'll happen one day. I'll keep it.
I think the last time we conceded 3 goals, like City or Southampton in 22-23 or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's been a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's disgusting. But I got some comments to go to, and then we're going to get out of here. My guy, Spandan is back again. You know what I mean? In 23-24, Chelsea were the better team and Arsenal earned the point. But last year, certainly Arsenal were the better team and Chelsea earned the point.
He didn't earn the point.
Winner Surfer might want to learn. Let it all work out. He wants to.
Tell him.
Robert's telling you. That's what Robert's telling you. After beating Bayern Munich, they are the best team in the world. So if they lose to Chelsea and on Sunday, are Chelsea the best team in the world?
Why
That
not?
is the
Why
question.
not?
Yeah, why not? World champions, why not? We'll go with that. We'll go
Why
with that.
not?
You know what? But anyway, guys, it's been a fantastic show. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. I've had a great time. We remember to like the stream. Make sure it's liked. Make sure you comment afterwards. So go back into the stream, go back onto the video, and start just typing your opinions on what people have said. You know what I mean? Do that. That helps out. Helps out a lot. Share this out to all the people that are not watching this right now. Turn your bell notifications on because we need to know that you're going to be watching this when we go live. You know what I'm saying? And also subscribe to the Football Terrace. We're on the road to 500k, so make sure you help us on that. This stream will redirect you to our friend Jamie at the Football Story. He's doing a show. He's doing an emergency stream for Liverpool and the foolishness that's going on in that club.
Ram, you joining it?
Ram, you get over there and tell them they were so mean about Liverpool. They're
Nah,
so
do
angry.
you see this Kunle guy? Yeah, you see this Kunle guy. I swear to God, he flips the narrative, bro. Flips the narrative. Flips the
My
narrative.
guy, man. My guy, man. You know?
But here we go. It's been a wonderful stream. We've been joined by Kate, it's Ram, there's Andrew, there is Conley, Anton, and Ash was with us as well. Make sure you all have a wonderful night. The weekend is almost here. That means the football is back. Chelsea versus Arsenal is happening. It's gonna be a spicy one. I hope you guys enjoy it. But until then, have a good night.